Hey everybody, Logan here. Again, I'm gonna apologize for not putting out videos in the last few days. If you guys saw my last video, you know I'd just come back from a road trip, and of course, the day after I get back, I get sick. That's how it works, isn't it? So, with that being said, we do have a video for you for today about the new Xbox Series X. I bet you're saying, hey, didn't RGT85 already cover that? Yes. And because of what he covered, I'm not quite piggybacking off of it. I'm just clarifying what my Microsoft source said after he saw the video. He's like, are you going to do a video about the new Xbox today? I was like, I saw RGT85 already beat me to it. I wasn't going to bother with it. And because it's nothing substantial, it's nothing solid. And he's like, well, let me give you some more information. So first we're going to take a look at the tweet that RGT85 pulled up, and then I'm going to tell you a couple of the corrections because they weren't allowed to take any photos. But once he told me some of the information about it, it's rather believable. So let's jump to the article. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share this video, stick around, make sure you turn that bell on for notifications so you know whenever I put out any more content like this. So RGT pretty much had a lot of the things right in his video, but the console itself, slightly different. So here it comes from this dude, Idle Sloth, Xpooter. Don't know how they got it. My source was like, yeah, don't know how that happened already, but this isn't the exact image. This is actually more of a mock-up. And RGT said about the same thing. It might be them just doing their version of it. Yes. Now, they only showed the console in the meeting. They did not show the new controller because that's the new controller that's coming out with it that we've talked about quite a bit, not just on this channel, but on others, Windows Central and Pure Xbox. They've all mentioned about the new controller. But what this console is going to look like, it's actually going to be a bit smaller than this. So you can see in comparison to the controller, the hardware, the box itself is going to be slightly bit smaller than the current Xbox Series X unit. So that's going to be the only really big difference. It's hardware size. So when you get them in, this is a rather good mock-up. He even said it's very close. It's not spot on, but it's very close. Size and the controller. They haven't officially showed them in the meeting what the controller is going to look like. So that remains to be seen. Yeah, he said it's just a smaller version of the console. Otherwise, yes, that's exactly what it's going to look like. Now, I asked if there was anything else that was going to be true. He said, on top of that, they told him that there's a massive announcement for specific big releases coming to Game Pass. Don't know what they are, but they're not Activision Blizzard stuff. So he told me that as well. Now, Fable is also being pushed back to 2025, and we all know it was just crap. So that came out of the meeting today. But the next big thing is we're waiting for confirmation on what this controller is going to look like, because this is more along the lines of a current controller. So yes, he said it's going to look like this, but the console's smaller, which makes a lot of sense, especially with there being no disk drive on the inside. Now, possibility, and this was speculation amongst the employees in the meeting, it wasn't 100% real, and this is, I don't want to say real. The speculation was real, but it was only talked amongst the employees in the meeting, and Microsoft themselves, the higher ups that were actually conducting the meeting, did not say yay or nay. But there's a possibility that there's going to be an external drive just like the PS5 Slim, which makes a lot of sense because Phil Spencer and Xbox, they said they're not abandoning physical media. So it makes sense. But I was told by what they saw, it would probably be kind of stupid. I'm just going by what I was told. And I was like, okay, so I can't give out any more information because I don't want my source to I don't want him to get caught. I don't want him to get in trouble or anything. I'm not going to throw out their names or anything like that. But we are pretty much on point here. This is going to be a smaller variation of the current Series X. This is what we know. The controller is going to be new. This is not the final design of the new controller. And a possible attachment for your disk drive, which would be nicer. It makes a lot of sense to have the console smaller. It just makes a lot of sense with no internal disk drive. So, yeah, that's why I want to say it's not really correcting RGT85. It's just adding on to the stuff he said. Go watch his video. You know what? I'll drop it in the link below. If you're watching mine, you probably already watched his, but he had a lot of stuff on point, and a lot of the things that he even speculated were correct. It's like he was in the meeting without even knowing or being in the meeting. It's crazy that he was able to get a lot of things right. So with that being said, if you have any questions, I'll try to answer anything. Otherwise, have a little patience. We will see this, like he said, closer to June. It looks like it's going to be much earlier than we anticipated. Again, a lot of his stuff was correct, and you know, I wasn't really going to make this video because of how on point he was, but I do have to say, I do know the console's smaller, and I know that's not the controller. So those are facts. And they've already seen it. Employees have already seen the console, which I think is kind of nifty. So with that being said, what do you guys think about it? Are you going to buy it? If it's smaller, cool. Is it more powerful? Nah, it's the same stuff. Is it going to be cheaper? I got a possibly. That's all I got. They weren't given a price either. So I'm sorry that I can't give you any more specifics, but as it comes out, I will give you what information I can give you, because they're also under certain NDAs where they can't even leak or even tell people this information. Some of it they can, some of it they can't. And there's other information I just wasn't allowed to be privy to. But with that being said, hey, big games coming to Game Pass. We're going to get an announcement within the next week or two. Fable's getting pushed back. Great, because it looked like trash. And hopefully we see a lot of good news coming from Xbox. And, you know, with them saying, hey, we're going to keep this hardware going, and we're going to keep going with this powerful, be the top of the line machines. Like, some people still think the PS5 is more powerful than the Series X. I mean, just Google it. Just math will math. It's more powerful. It's all about how the developers use it. The Series X is a beast of a machine. As long as these companies use it to its full potential, we really haven't seen that. Same thing with the PS5. Companies really haven't been using these consoles to their potential. Maybe they will now. Time will tell. So if you guys have any questions about it, I'll answer whatever I can. Otherwise, I'll make a video following up any more information I get over the next few days. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share this video. Like we always say, be legendary, and God bless you all. Thanks again.